Hello, my name's Jeff Dover, and today we would like to discuss some problems that exist in an auto accident or car accident case that we see from time to time. And I want to tell you about a case that we recently tried in Cherokee County State Court where our client was cross-examined about what she filled out at the doctor's office visit. Normally when you go to a doctor, you fill out an intake sheet that talks about previous injuries, previous problems that you've had. Have you been to see this type of doctor before? Have you been in a previous car accident? And it is so important to take your time when you answer those intake forms and those sheets at the medical facilities, because what happens is adjusters and defense lawyers read every word you write. And if what you write isn't the truth, then they will attempt to make you look like you were lying at court. So Sarah, let's talk a little bit more about taking your time when you're at the doctor's office. A lot of times you're not feeling good, you're on medication, you may not be thinking straight, you may have a family member or a friend actually filling out the information for you, but talk about how critical it is that that information has to be full and complete and exhaustive.
Right. I'll give you a couple of examples where I've seen that information not being filled out completely or accurately, where it's come back to be a real problem. One client was having ankle pain, and initially it seemed like that wasn't the biggest problem. Her neck and back pain after being in this accident were the most severe. So when she went to the doctor, she didn't note the ankle pain. So for the first week, I'd say week and a half, there's no mention of the ankle pain in that initial record. You know, they have a form where you can mark on the different places of the human body or circle, you know, arms, legs, back, neck, head, the areas that are bothering you. And because that ankle area wasn't selected, the insurance adjuster gave us a really hard time because it progressively got more and more painful, and it ended up it was fractured, a small hairline fracture that required a lot of attention. But because that wasn't noted initially, it was a big problem. Another time, the case you're talking about that we recently tried, our client had seen a chiropractor one time before in her entire life. And when she went to the doctor's office, she noted that. They asked, had you ever seen a chiropractor before? She said yes. But then later during her deposition, she said no, she had forgotten about it. It was one time, it was about 20 years prior. But because of that indiscrepancy, the attorney at trial made it look like she was being dishonest or deceptive, and that can really hurt a case.
So it's so important, no matter how you're feeling or who is with you at these initial appointments, tell the truth. Go overboard, if you will. Any part of the body or any problem that you are having, indicate it on those forms. It's easier to deal with something that's indicated that you're not having a problem with down the road than it is not saying something and then a month later starting to have problems. So fill them out, fill these forms out just as completely and as thoroughly as possible. Thank you.